Organization started way back in other countries. And I personally feel in underground sphere, we are lagging and we are almost 50 years behind than the other countries. But this was not exactly the same scenario earlier. As Madam pointing out, before the nationalization, we were producing 90% from underground. And even in 80s, 90s, up to 90s, we were producing around 10% or maybe more than today's production, 45 million, I think this is the highest production from underground in a single year. We were doing. Then what went wrong? So point is very simple. When we analyze the root cause of this fall down, though other countries are rising, China reached up to 90%, US 50%, South Africa 23% or so. The key point is that we never thought of having a indigenous equipments for Indian mining condition. We started importing long wall technology to India. We brought a lot of long walls during the 80s. So our production has increased. But we could not support those machines because we had no skill sets, neither we have a support infrastructure in place. So this was the issue. So up to the certain level, currently with the full focus of Indian government in underground mining coal production enhancement, the Indianization is one of the key factor, and I think most of the manufacturers, they are thinking in this direction. And we have a successful example of surface mining. Today we are successful in surface mining just because we have indigenous equipment of all the major plants of the globe in India. Same situation, we need to bring it for underground also. We gain well with this thought and to align with government's Make in India policy, we signed the agreement with Caterpillar for manufacturing of the continuous miner technology in India. We set up our plant here. Our first machine is getting rolled out from next month itself, which is going to be deployed at Jhanjra. And prior to this, we deployed 5 high wall miners, making India high wall miners in different mines for extraction of coal. Otherwise, it would have been trapped in high walls itself. Seeing us, other manufacturers are also coming forward. Joy Global, they have started already. EMCO is also doing good thing. This is one part, sir. Second part is our maintenance practices. Generally, in underground mining, what I have seen, there is no concept of preventive maintenance. That is a run till fail concept is still there, I should say, up to certain level. So this concept needs to be changed. So moving one step ahead, now it's okay. Modern machines, mechanized machines, everyone is now thinking of these machines are coming in India, these machines are getting manufactured in India. So in next 5-6 years, hopefully we will be self-sufficient with respect to the machines, underground mechanized machines per se. But next level we need to think the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to optimize our supply chain completely end to end. This is one of the point which I feel will be the key factor for the drastic change. Otherwise, we will have an improvement of 10-20%. It would be more of an organic improvement kind of thing. So the bottleneck for doing this is current models, I can say that operating models, government companies having their own limitation, and now they are outsourcing, but the scope of, mine operators are very limited. But with now this MDO concept and the players like Ladani, Jindal, they are now coming into this field. I am very much confident that this AI thing is going to happen very soon, and we are going to get benefits out of it. And we have a success in pockets, like very simple thing. What are the other things needs to be streamlined in underground mining as far as production per se, apart from the equipment? We brought the continuous miner, we brought the mechanized equipments, fine. What about other things? Coal outbound. Still we are in an old pattern. Every belt, we have one operator who is manually operating the things. What about ventilation? What about water management? But you just see, basically I am from cement background before coming to coal. In cement industry, all these things are automated way back, maybe 20, 30 years back. All is being operated and maintained from a simple control room CCR. Why not we are able to copy this to our coal mining practices? Unless or until we think for complete end-to-end solutions, I don't think we are going to have a leap and bound kind of exponential growth in underground. So these are the 2 or 3 points which I wanted to emphasize and put it on table for further discussion. Thank you.
Excellent. That was very good. And I would say that partly we get a sense that things are changing, maybe not at the desired pace. It should change faster. But whatever it is, Indian companies are coming forward and trying to indigenize technology, high wall, continuous miners, particularly when we are introducing imported continuous miners starting from, I think Shauner was the first mine or second mine in Western Coalfields. Chirimiri was the first, yes. Right. So at that point in time, the basic hurdle was to make it viable, the cost of the imported equipment. So if you are doing indigenous, I'm quite sure it can be more viable and more deployment should take place. One point which was mentioned by both Nandini and Mr. Rao is the high underground production, relatively high underground production at the time of nationalization or thereabouts in percentage terms. But I don't think we want to revisit that kind of underground mining. So, I mean, it is less spoken the better, because that was not the kind of mining which would have taken us any further. We needed to change to mechanized underground, which was not the situation there, except for a few mines here and there. Anyway, we come to our third speaker. So this is an area where every coal Indian will feel, underground mining, that we are really not done much. And this is one activity that has continuously fallen in terms of absolute numbers. We don't feel good about it. At the same time, there were compulsion to grow faster, etc. That's why, which prompted us to open cast, more and more open cast. But in open cast now, the kind of mechanization, the kind of new thinking that is coming up, I think while we are doing much better, but we still have a lot to learn from players like Adani. And so I would be keenly sort of hearing to Mr. Rajendra Ingele. I must share one small experience that I had as the chairman of scrutiny committee. One of the Adani mines came up because they had missed the, which was that mine? Yeah, that's right. OB dumping issue, that's right. And the issue was that an area was identified by them which had to be shown as non-coal bearing. And the problem was that when CMPDA was given the task to drill and find it out, there were huge protests. So nobody allowed them to drill. And credit to the company, they found out from somewhere in Singapore or something like that, a non-invasive technique of establishing that there is no coal in that soil. And I think we have recorded our words of appreciation in the scrutiny committee recommendations for that particular thing. So, without any further words, Mr. Rajendra, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, sir. It's my privilege to be sitting with the sir and the panelists over here, as well as all industry veteran. I just had two decades of experience in the mining industry, which is very small when I compare. I see the experts which are there, their experience is as good as my age is there. But I got a privilege to be with Adani since day one. When I joined Adani, there was no mining. I started my first tender. I was in a BD at that time, heading the business development. We won the first tender of RVNL. And that particular mine had changed the entire landscape for the Adani, because it was a first of kind MDO model wherein entire investment has to be done by a private player. And today in the session, somebody has said that it is not the mining, it is always important what is the dispatch. The dispatch actually decide about your performance. But I said in this particular case, it is not dispatch, it is a delivery. Because our role ends at the delivery up to the thermal power stations of the Rajasthan government. The mines are located in Chhattisgarh. So that particular mine has taught us how to develop a greenfield mine, an entire thing. And then we had already started about 5 coal mines which are in operation, and currently we are having 8 MDO coal blocks and about 12 commercial coal blocks. We are the largest commercial coal block owners. All are greenfield are there, and I can say that that mine has told us what is the importance of the dispatch system, which is the subject of the today's discussion. We struggled there also. Means we started, although mine in 2013, we started with a low ramp up of 1.5 million, 3 million, 5 million, and then we got stuck up. But it is, since our promoter had that knowledge that a mine which is located about 75 kilometers away from the Indian Railway network cannot achieve the PRC of 15 million ton. So when the mine was in development state, at that time also, we decided we'll develop a private railway siding, and that is one of the largest private railway siding we had built, about 75 kilometer, connecting to the Indian Railway network. And we signed a 30-year contract with the Rajasthan government. And the day that line got completed, we could easily achieve the PRC of 15 million ton in that mine. Then it has become 18 million ton this year we'll achieve, and next year we plan to ramp up to 21 million. And all because of the excellent dispatch system. We got a 3 silos, 75 kilometer private siding, 6 railway stations are there, loop lines are there, 46 bridges we had constructed. Almost 2,000 crore we are spent on only on the railway infrastructure. But once we compare that with the life of the mine, 30 year, we are going to take out about 500 million tons of coal from that particular mine. It is nothing actually. On a per ton basis, that cost is not going to cost us much. So that was an example when we learned that and we had developed. So any mining, with my little experience, I can say it is getting into the 3 parts. First part is the development part, land acquisition, R&R. Second part is operation, and the third is the dispatch and the delivery. The first part in India, still it is very difficult getting the land acquisition R&R, although the government has come out with a very transparent acts, rules, wherein now the R&R policies or the land acquisition has a certain basis and the rules and basis which we could do it. But still there is a lot of protest which happens. But once you pass that, once you enter into the mining phase, we got enough expertise within the country. As far as the mining is concerned, we got a lot of talent pool is there. The third part is very difficult because in that we depend upon a lot of external agencies, be it a road or rail or somewhere the RSR route which has been adopted. And after that mine also we started